days. See, this Saturday, Sundays, it will ignore 2, 3, and 6, 7, 8, 9. So 5 days it will calculate, and it will give the fifth date. Okay. So Saturday, Sundays, it will ignore, and the number of days which we have specified, it will forward those many days, and it will give us the number. Suppose if I specify 50 days, 50 working days means from today. So 50 working days will be 11/11/2021, which is November 1. So team, are you clear with this workday function? So first, if you select any date, and if you give the number of days, it will, by removing the Saturday, Sundays, it will calculate those many work days. Okay, so this is work days. So we have discussed workday, weekday, weekday, today, date if, now, end of month. So all these formulas. Okay, so now let us see the lookup value functions. So instead of going to lookup value functions, first let me help you with the conditional formatting. What is conditional formatting? Okay, so we'll discuss on lookup values also. If you will get confused continuously if you work on formulas. So we'll go with conditional formatting or data validation. We'll see data validation. What is data validation? So team, what is this? This is a range. Range means a group of cells. So I have applied the borders for this one, and for this range, this is a name box. Name box means what is it? Suppose I am here, A1 it shows. Here D6 it shows. So if I'm here, it shows as A1 only. But I wanted to write this name as Rajesh. So now this box name is Rajesh. So see here, if I come out, nothing is here. So similarly, if I go top select, it is showing as Rajesh. Instead of specifying the value from A1 to H12, we can directly specify as Rajesh as a box. So we have given as a name for this box. If you go to formulas, you can see in the name manager what is the name you have given. See here, Rajesh is the name you have given. Okay. So this is how to give the name box range. So in this box, my user, I am a developer now. I'm a developer, Excel developer. I wanted to give this for any user, telling that he should not enter any values greater than 100 from here. The value should be from only 1 to 100. The value should be from only 1 to 100. The value should be only from 1 to 100. So, so 1 to 100. So what we can do here, it is just I'll select this one. I have to do the data validation. Data validation means I have to keep only the valid data. I have to keep only valid data. Data validation means valid data. So data, in data, I'll go to data validation. I'm selecting the list. So sorry, first I'll select the first, we'll go one by one. First I'll select the whole number. So whole number, and date is between. So starting from 1, I wanted to print maximum value is 100. Here I selected the date is between. Okay, 1 to 100. So if I go to error alert, it will stop the entering the values if it is greater than 100 or less than 1. So now let me try this one. So I am entering the formula. Sorry, I am entering the value as 101. So it is throwing an error. 101 is value is not taking. So if I enter 78, it will take. If I enter 56, it will take. If I enter 1, it will take. So similarly, 22 it will take. 3 it will take. 56, 99. But if I enter 102, it will not take. If I enter 101 also, it will not take. Are you clear, team? So we are restricting the data. We are restricting the data. We are restricting the invalid data. Okay. Next,
Don't mind once again you repeat this
this data validation.
Yes.
So data validation means first I have to select a group of data. So group of range, range, a group of cells. Now I selected a group of cells. I'm going to data. I'm going to data validation. Okay. Here in data validation, I'm selecting the whole number. I'm selecting the whole number. Whole number and data is should be between 1 and 100 only. So it should not take any data greater than 100 or less than 1. So I'm restricting these cells to keep only the specific data. So now I have given as 1. Here I have given as 100. Minimum value should be 1 and maximum value should be 100. Only these data should be considered. So for this, if they enter any of the data, if they enter any of the data other than 1 to 100, so I told no, to stop the value, should not take the value. Okay. So this is thing. So input message I can give. What I'll give, enter 1 to 100 only. 1 to 100 only. Enter 1 to 100 only. So just I'll press OK. So if I go here, so can you see here the input message, what it is showing? It is showing as 1 to 100. So which is, now I am entering 1, it is showing is okay. So if I enter 103, it is restricting. 103, it is getting restricted. 102, it is getting restricted. Suppose 34 it takes, because it is 1 to 100 only. 78 it is restricted. So I have given as restricted, the value is restricted, but I have another options also. It can take the values. In data validation, go to data validation, we have given this one, right? Go to error alert, go to this one, stop, and take it as, instead of stopping, just give an information. Okay, now if I enter 56, it just normally take. If I enter 67, it normally take. If I enter 103, it will just give an information. The value is restricted. User has restricted the values. Okay, but if you press OK, it will take. So see here 234, it will take. So if I enter any other values, it will take. No, without error. But this will pass an error. This will pass an error. Okay. So now what is the restricted, unrestricted, like what is the restricted data here and unrestricted data? We can highlight the values which are unrestricted. So just select these values, go to data validation, and which is invalid data, I can circle. So which is invalid data, I can circle. These are the invalid data. We have given from 1 to 100, but they have entered wrongly these values. Team, are you clear?
Obviously.
Okay. Yes. We can remove these circles also by clearing invalid circles. Okay. So this is data validation. Similarly, now I've selected the range here. So Jan, Feb, I can just increment this one by selecting these two. I can just increment till December. Sorry, just copied the cells. I'm just giving. Okay, now I have a list. What is this list? This is a month list. This is a month list. So now I have given for the user. I have given for the user to select only this month list. So he should not select any of the list in H column. In H column, he should not select other than this. He should not write anything. So let me make it in a lighter color. So lighter color. I'll go to data. Data validation. Clear invalid data. So data validation, I'll just clear all. So from this cells, everything is clear. So now we have took the whole number, right? Now I'm taking the list. I'll take the list. Okay. I'll take the list, and for the list I'll refer this list to be populated. Okay, just I'll press OK. So if I go here, I can see the list of values. Only the user should select this list of values, not the other list of values. So he cannot enter anything like a number. He cannot enter the number. Okay, he should only select from this list. So we are restricting user to select this list. Okay, so team, did you understand this list?
Sir, 1 second repeat, sir.
Okay.
Sir, 1 second repeat. Sir.
Yeah, I'll repeat. So I'll just have the weekdays. Sunday, Monday, so I have the weekdays. So this weekdays, the user should select only weekdays here. Other than weekdays, he should not select anything. First, I'll select this one. First, I'll select this one, Alt HBA. So I'll go to data. Okay, I'll go to data validation. So I have to show user only a list of values. I have to show user to select only a list of values. So I'll just select the list here. In validation criteria, I have to select the list here. Okay. After this list, I have to select this source as this one. This is a source. What is the list source means? They have to select only this source. I'll just press OK. So they can be able to select only from the list. Okay. So if I go, I have selected this and I have done the data validation, right? If I go till here, I can select the list. If I go here, I cannot see because I have not done the validation for this. What type of validation I have done for this? I have done the list validation. List. In that list, I have restricted to keep only these values. I have selected only these values because only these values are populating here. I have selected only these values. Only these values will get populated in this. Okay, so this is the list. So we have done data validation for the whole numbers. We have done data validation for the list. We have done the data validation for the list. So team, we are clear with this list. So this is data validation. So similarly, we can restrict the date also. So if you see here, now I have selected this one. So let me color this one. I have colored this one. Let me color this one. And I'll go to data validation. Go to data validation. In this data validation, I have decimal number, list, date. I can select the date. I can give the start date and end date. So user should enter only in this between dates. He cannot enter any of the dates. I can give text length. I can minimum it should be 4 and maximum it should be 10. He should not enter greater than 10. This text. Text means normal number, normal text like dimension. Okay. So now I selected this one for the text. So now I cannot write IND because IND is 3 words. I have to write which is greater than 4 words it takes. So Ram Krishna. So which is more than 10 words. So it is not accepting more than 10 words. So I'll just write Ram Krish. So I have restricted to keep the data which is greater than 4 and less than 10. Less than or equal to 10. So team, are you comfortable with this data validation? If you practice, it will be very simple for you. So try to give whole number validation, list validation, date validation. Try to give the text validation also. Okay. So team, any doubt in this one?
You mentioned that before between date and whole numbers, it is really coming, right?
So for the date validation you are asking, right?
Yes, sir. Which number
So-
before you mentioned that only can possible to enter.
Yeah,
Less than,
for date
5.
validation, the date which you have mentioned in between, only those dates you can do it. Start date and end date. Suppose start date is January 1st, end date is December 31st. If you mention like this, only those dates can be entered in that list. First you have to select, before doing data validation, you have to select what range you have, for which range you have to do the data validation. First you have to select the range, then only you have to go for data validation.
Mention the greater than 5 also. It's coming after 5 enter. Letters
date
only possible to
is-
enter.
Is not only dates between, you can do, there are many others. So if you see here the whole number, you can enter greater than. If I tell greater than 10, it will accept all the values which is greater than 10. Okay. So we can enter all the values which is greater than 10 here. Less than 10 it is not accepted. So team, any doubt in this data validation, date and time functions? So in date and time functions, we have gone through end of month, weekday, week number, day diff, and how to calculate the difference between two dates and how to assign the buckets. So I'll share this Excel with you. So kindly go through this bucket calculation. If this is a logical function, if okay. Apart from this, we have done data validation. We completed the data validation. So tomorrow we'll see conditional formatting and the lookup value functions.
And also yesterday you told him that after 7 p.m. only you can revise that yesterday morning.
Yeah, actually there is some more people getting added.
Okay.
So I'll schedule a section for the first two classes. For the logical
Yes.
functions and rest functions, I'll schedule the section.
Schedule is today, sir?
I'll schedule it today, please.
Okay. Sunday also can be.
Sunday also you'll have, Saturday, Sunday also you'll have. Only 1.5 hour at least.
Okay.
Max 3 hours I'll take, but this Sunday we'll take SQL installation. Team, please keep your laptops ready. We'll do the MySQL installation first. So it is very important to practice MySQL queries. So try to keep MySQL. For MySQL installation, at least you should have around 1 GB RAM. So this Sunday we'll install MySQL. Okay, team.
If
Yes.
you try to bring the laptop, it's not available. You plan to